Again, welcome, and thank you for joining us this morning for the annual President's Mass and Breakfast. This is, as I always say, it's one of my favorite events on the Jesuit calendar every year, since it allows me the opportunity to thank you personally for your past support and loyalty to Jesuit High School. Your generosity, as you know, plays a critical role in the annual success of Jesuit High School. This past year was a fantastic year for Jesuit in so many ways, and I'd like to just take a few minutes this morning to highlight many great moments. There's no way to cover it all, but we'd like to highlight many great moments and so much of the success in the areas of service, academics, athletics, the spiritual life of the school, our alumni, and our development efforts. We begin with the area of service. This past year, the students of Jesuit maintained the school's unparalleled and unwavering commitment to the Christian service of those in need. Whether it's in the Thanksgiving basket drive, which goes back to the 1930s, our award-winning Key Club, the Jesuit Dads Club participation at Special Olympics, the fathers and sons coming together, to the annual spring mission drive, another old tradition, and many, many more opportunities. In all these areas and all these opportunities, Jesuit Tigers have demonstrated their commitment to our school motto of making it a reality every day, being men for others. An area of particular focus that we've tried to emphasize in recent years has been service immersion mission trips. Locally, across the country, abroad, Jesuit students are devoted to helping others in need. Ogden Christie, for example, travels several times a year, going back 15 years, to Belle Glade, Florida, one of the most depressed areas in the nation. Jesuit also this summer returned to South Dakota. A group of 10 Jesuit students and 2 chaperones assisted the Jesuit mission there at the Rosebud Indian Reservation, where Father John Hatcher, SJ, graduate of Jesuit Tampa, works. And our students helped operate a vacation Bible school for children of the Lakota tribe. To get a sense of the spirit of this trip, listen to an excerpt of an email that I got from a Jesuit volunteer from Ohio who happened to be in South Dakota at the same time as our group. She wrote me after they returned. The young men from Jesuit on the trip are some of the most respectful, kind, caring, and hard-working students I have ever had the pleasure of working with. Every day they gave more of themselves than they had the day before. And without them, the camp we had held would not have been possible. Not only did they go all in each day at camp, but their reflections, prayers, and the conversations we had showed a great sense of self-awareness, compassion, and a deep understanding of how what they were doing matters. Believe me, it's great to get an email like that. It illustrates the maturity and compassion that our guys bring all across the country, wherever they are, to their community service. In June, a contingent of Tigers returned to the Appalachian region for a mission trip, this time to northern Georgia. And you can see from these photos some of the work that they perform for that community, making a direct impact on people in need. For the 3rd summer in a row, a dozen Jesuit students trekked to Nicaragua, serving the poorest of the poor in the town prison and local dump, as well as at a neonatal facility. In this photo, you can see Father Huff with Jesuit students as Father blesses newborn babies and their families. Increasingly, and we're committed to this, our service trips are having a tremendous impact on those we serve and on our students, teaching our students in concrete ways what it means to be a man for others. In addition to mission trips, individual students at Jesuit year in and year out go well beyond the school's minimum service requirements. The dedication to service exhibited by one of our seniors last year was so noteworthy that he earned 3 awards for service. Derek Franz, in the class of 2014, who totaled 1,330 service hours while at Jesuit, was honored by the Brandon Rotary Club, the Hillsborough County Commission, and Bright House Networks for his exemplary dedication. Derek is here this morning. I've asked him to please stand and be recognized. As you know, one of the biggest challenges that student athletes at Jesuit face is time management. However, rising senior Kenny Taylor, starting center fielder on the state championship baseball team, has made a 15-month commitment to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Tampa Bay. One afternoon every week, Kenny goes to the Boys and Girls Club to mentor his little brother there. Kenny's the youngest big brother in the Tampa Bay area, and he was profiled for his service commitment by the local ABC news outlet. Kenny is also with us this morning, and I ask him to stand as he recognized. Academically, Jesuit had another stellar year. 6 Jesuit Tigers were recognized as National Merit semifinalists last year. This was as many boys as every other private school in the Tampa Bay area combined. An astounding 55 members of the junior class, approximately now seniors, approximately 30% of that class were inducted into the National Honor Society in the spring. They met the national criteria, and they were duly recognized for their scholarship, service, leadership, and character. On the front of technology and education, 2014 will definitely go down as a landmark year in Jesuit annals. Years of planning culminated in the announcement of the now launched one-to-one program with the Apple iPad Air. All students and faculty are now equipped with the iPad Air. Intensive training and meticulous preparation have resulted in a very smooth transition into the era of one-to-one digital education. The early feedback this school year has been overwhelmingly positive. And we're tremendously thankful for the extraordinary work of our IT department and its director, John Caballero, of the class of '91. We're also deeply grateful for the hard work and professionalism of our principal, Barry Newberger, and our assistant principal for academics, Debbie Pacheco. And in fact, our entire faculty and staff who've embraced this challenge, and they've inaugurated really a new and exciting era in education on Hines Avenue. One of our most remarkable achievements in recent years has been the expansion and success of our advanced placement courses. Notice I say expansion and success. Jesuit now offers more than twice as many AP courses, 17, as we did in 2007 when there were 7 AP courses. The number of students taking AP courses has tripled in those 7 years, and the pass rate has climbed in the past 3 years alone from 51% to this past year's sparkling 81% pass rate of all students who took AP tests. The stunning graduation at Ruth Eckerd Hall was just a wonderful evening where the class of 2014 was honored for its achievements. 100% of the class was accepted into colleges and universities. And of the 169 graduates, 83% earned academic or athletic scholarships, and 66% earned Florida Bright Future scholarships. The total value of these awards for the class of 2014 exceeded $12.4 million. We had an amazing year athletically. Certainly was one of the very best in Jesuit story history. As everyone knows, it was a great moment. The baseball team won the state championship in Fort Myers, capturing the Class 5A title game by a score of 5-2 over Clay High School. Senior Casey Radke was the starting pitcher in the state title game. He picked up the win as the Tigers completed their magical playoff run that capped an incredible sports year for the school. Casey is here this morning, and I ask him to please stand and be recognized. In fact, 11 of Jesuit's 12 teams won district titles. And 8 of the 12 placed first or second in the region. Baseball, of course, won state. Wrestling was the state runner-up. Jesuit Athletics won 2 prestigious all-sports awards as well. One from the Tampa Bay Times and the other from the Florida High School Athletic Association in Class 5A. A closer look at those awards shows just how good Jesuit Athletics was last year. Those guys make it look really good. The Tampa Bay Times annual award is the award for boys and girls programs counted together for each school, all the points from boys and girls programs. And Jesuit, with its boys programs alone, was the leader in all schools in the county. The FHSA award was for all Class 5A boys programs. However, we had the best boys score not only in 5A, but in all Florida classifications, meaning basically Jesuit had the #1 boys sports program in the state. We're very proud of that. Individually, Austin Underwood of the class of 2014 won the wrestling state title as a heavyweight. Michael Conlon, also class of 14, won the Jose Alvarez Award as the county's top soccer player. Jack Taylor, class of 14, won his second consecutive Price Award as the county's best shot put and discus thrower. And this summer, now senior Sam Coleman participated in the USA Hockey National Camp. This select 17 event is held annually by invitation only for the best high school players in the nation. Sam is here with us today. We want to recognize his achievements in hockey. Sam.
Thanks.